Yo YouTube, Illusions here, bringing you another video. And now in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on how you can raise your KD in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Now the first tip I'm going to give you is on what game mode I recommend you playing. Now I recommend playing Team Deathmatch. You can either play core or hardcore, it's personal preference. You can play core if you want. I play core because I'm a core player, but if you are a hardcore player, then play hardcore by all means. The tips should work for you guys anyway. Now I recommend you playing Team Deathmatch because this is where the players who are not as good generally play, and that is because when you come on the game and you first click public match, Team Deathmatch is the first one that comes up. So the players on this game mode generally don't take the game too serious. They are not the best players, which makes it a lot easier for you to raise your KD because you're going to be getting more kills and not as many deaths. Now the second tip I'm going to give you is on what score streaks I recommend you using. Now in this gameplay I am using all non-lethal streaks, and that is because I'm using the Igloo Buster because I got it for free and it's the exact same as the Bunker Buster if you were wondering. But I'm using all non-lethal streaks because this gun allows me to get a nuke if I go on a 25 gun streak. So obviously if I'm running a streak like the Warden, that is going to be taking up some kills, and I need as many kills as I can get, so I don't have to be rushing at the end of the game to get 5 kills, which is inevitably going to lead to my death. So if you are trying to raise your KD, however, I would recommend using lethal streaks. Now the lethal streaks I recommend using are a Vulture, Sentry Gun and Warden. Now I know some players find it hard to go on streaks and get your Warden and Sentry Gun and Vulture, but hopefully this video will help you go on longer streaks. But if you're just starting out, I recommend running a UAV, Counter UAV and Vulture. That is because they are the best lowest streaks. The UAV and Counter UAV gets your points towards your Vulture. Your Vulture gets your kills to get your KD up, and the Counter UAV and UAV I find really helpful. But once you are getting to be a better player and you're going on 10, 15 gun streaks, I recommend running a Vulture, Warden and a Sentry Gun. Now these streaks are really helpful, and the Warden, it depends with the Warden. Sometimes it is good, sometimes it isn't. But if you have them 3 streaks, likelihood is they will at least get you 10 kills a game, which is really good because it is 10 free kills in my eyes. But if you're still having troubles getting them streaks, just still run the UAV, Counter UAV. Or if you are using a nuke variant and they're trying to get the nuke, then I'd recommend running all non-lethal streaks like I am in this game. Now tip number 3 that I'm going to give you is what combat rig I would recommend you using. Now the combat rig I use most in public matches is the Merc combat rig, and I run reactive armor with man-at-arms. Now reactive armor in this game I feel is really good, and it helps me get out a lot of sticky situations. And also I think that reactive armor in this game charges up quite quickly, which is good because you're going to be earning it quite a lot, which is going to be a really big help for you. And the reason I run man-at-arms is because it allows you to start off with the maximum bullets you can, and that means that you are generally not going to run out of bullets, and if you are using scavenger then you'll definitely not run out of bullets. But man-at-arms is even better because if you are a player who hasn't got scavenger unlocked, then you can use this in a replacement for scavenger pretty much, because I've been on 15 gun streaks without having to use scavenger with man-at-arms, which is really good. And if you are not using scavenger, then I would recommend using hardline, because that is going to mean it is 4 kills for a UAV and 5 for your Counter UAV. I don't know how many for your Vulture because I don't know what points it is, but I think it's around 700-800 points, which means it's going to be around 6 or 7 kills, which is better than 8 or whatever kills you need. So that is what I would recommend running as your perk 2. So the 4th tip is the playstyle I recommend you guys playing. The playstyle I recommend you playing is a slow paced game on the outsides of the map, being a bit of a noob, sitting on head glitches, really making people annoyed. that is how I like to play. I don't always play like that in the gameplays that you'll see. I do rush a bit, but generally I rush when there's something like a UAV up and I know what is going to be there, so it is a smart decision. But usually you do not want to be rushing out into sticky situations. You want to be playing it smart. And you'll see this right here, I think, where there are two guys on my radar. I pick one off, the other one pushes me, and I take him out. Now if I'd just jumped out of there, I probably would have got shot by them, because they're 2-on-1. If they are really bad, I might win them gunfights, but if they are decent players, the likelihood is 2-on-1, I'm going to get melted, or I will get shot from behind. So it's things like that you need to incorporate into your game, but believe me, if you just keep doing it, it will soon become second nature to you, and you won't need to think about how to play. You'll just know to sort of sit back, or that's a stupid gunfight to enter. So you are probably wondering the class setup that I'm using in this game. Now I'm using the K-Bar Igloo Buster variant. This variant, all it does is allows me to get nukes, and it increases my ammo pile. So I think I have 43 bullets instead of 36 in a mag, which is quite helpful. And the perks I'm running is Dexterity, that's mainly just for a quick reload if I need it. I run Scavenger for picking up ammo so I don't run out of ammo, so I can keep going on my long streaks. I sometimes use Hardline, but it's up to you what you want. And Dead Silence, because it is a perk which allows you to be stealthy, and I think that's a big part of this game. And also I think Dead Silence is really good. So guys, gameplay is coming to an end here. I went 35-7, which is a 5 KD. It isn't outrageously good, but at the end of the day, if you are a player with even a 2 KD, a 5 KD consistently is going to help your KD rise, and you will notice that difference. So anyway, I hope that these tips have really helped you, and I hope you'll now be able to go on longer streaks and get your KD up there.